Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be testing out the new Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. I recently got this palette yesterday from the pre-launch at Mecca. Level 3s had like early access, so I got it. I wanted to try and do a review for you guys in case any of you are thinking about buying it when it does fully come out on the 30th. Yes, so it's coming out on Tuesday, I think it is. Got something in my eye. But I wanted to do sort of like a quick little review just in case any of you guys want to go pick that one up. So this is what the palette looks like. Oh, I might just clean out a little bit first. This is what the palette looks like. It's very reflective. This is going to get very, very dirty. Oh my god, I've still got something in my eye. Anyway, so the outside is obviously like their regular chocolate bar palettes. I don't have any of the chocolate bar palettes, but I knew that they look exactly like that. And then the gold drip melt kind of thing. It smells so good. It smells exactly like chocolate. Ta-da! So this is what it looks like on the inside. It's got mostly shimmery shadows and then 4 matte shades on the corners. Now I figured that having only 4 matte shades might make it really difficult to do makeup looks, but at the same time, when you're doing a makeup look like with shimmery shades, you mostly use sort of the neutrally kind of tones anyway, and you only really do it, you only really change those up whether you want it a light smoky eye or a dark smoky eye or whatever you want. So I feel like the 4 matte shades, especially being, you know, a really light shade, oh god, especially being a really light shade, a sort of warmer shade, another warmer shade, and then a black, I feel like those shades are going to be perfectly fine to be able to do any kind of look and just switch up these ones. Also, if you have any other sort of matte eyeshadow palettes that you've got previously, then they're going to be great to go with this as well. I do like that it's got this massive mirror. The mirror is so big. It's literally the size of the palette is the mirror, and I just really like that. This is a nice big mirror, and yeah, the colours are amazing. I haven't touched this yet, so I'm not sure what the pigment looks like, but we'll get into that in just a second, and I will do some swatches for you guys as well. I'm going to go ahead and jump into some swatches quickly, and then we'll jump into a makeup look with this palette. So here we have Moneybags, Chocolate Gold, Rich Girl, Chocolate Truffle, and Decadent. So as you can see, the black doesn't really swatch too well, but we'll see what it's like on the eyes. So this is the second row. So we have Love and Cocoa, Old Money, New Money, Famous, Classy and Sassy, and So Bougie. Now as you can see, So Bougie is very, very light, so you know, you can barely see that on my skin, but it's swatching very, very nicely, as are the other shades here as well. And then of course the last row, so we have Holla for $1, Gold Dipped, Livin' Lavish, Drippin' Diamonds, and Rollin' in Dough. And once again, that Rollin' in Dough shade is quite a light shade, so you can barely see that on my skin, but it is swatching really nicely. I was supposed to change before I did this video as well. I guess I can just change at the end for you guys. That makes me sad now that I forgot to change. Let me just go change now. I kind of changed a little bit because I figured I didn't really want to wear a blue shirt if I was going to do an awesome makeup look. Okay, so now we're going to get into an eye look. I'm going to do this as a voiceover. I just find that it's going to be easier because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet, so we're going to kick it into a voiceover. Okay, so first we're going to go into Rollin' in Dough. I'm just going to put this all over the lid just as our like base, and it's also going to make the shadows easier to blend over the top as well. Then we're going to go into the shade So Bougie. And this is just going to be the start of our transition shade, you know, just to warm it up and just start off that crease shade. Now we're going to go into Cocoa Truffle, And once again, we're going to put that straight over the top in the crease, slightly lower. Whoa, look at that pigment. And yeah, we're just going to build up that crease a little bit more, make it a little bit deeper and a little bit warmer. And then we're going to jump into Decadent. And this black isn't super pigmented, which was really good to blend out. So, you know, you don't really want a too pigmented black, otherwise it's going to be too hard. And yeah, so we're just going to blend that out into the outer corner. You could easily not do this look with the black and then just use a couple of the lighter shades in the center of the palette just to kind of make like a subtle everyday kind of look if you wanted to do that. So you could use these two colors just here, sorry, without the black in the outer corners, and it would just look like a really nice daytime look. So now we're going to go into Holla for $1, and I'm just going to apply this to the outer half of that eye. And I didn't use any MAC Fix Plus for this either, and these shadows are so pigmented. This is the first time I've ever been able to not use a MAC Fix Plus. Then we're going into Gold Dipped, and we're going to put this on the inner half. What am I talking about? And yeah, so you look at that pigment, and that's without MAC Fix Plus. And now we're going to go back into Cocoa Truffle. We're just going to put that under the lower lash line just to blend that out and smoke it out a little bit. And then on top of that, we're going to get a little detail brush and go back into Decadent and just put that on the outer part of the outer corner of the eyes, just to darken it up a little bit. Now I'm just going in with a Gigi Hadid and Maybelline liquid gel liner. It's a very pigmented and soft liner. And in with the Nikkia Joy lashes in the style Jessica. If you want a tutorial on how I put lashes on, then I will have that in the description bar down below. And I'm just putting the shade Rich Girl in the inner corners. And then I'm using my Kat Von D tattoo liner, and we're just going to line where the lash line is. I'm not putting a wing or anything on, I'm just going to line it. And now we're going to jump back in. So when I picked up the Chocolate Gold palette, I also picked up the Chocolate Gold Soleil bronzer. As far as I'm aware, this bronzer is the exact same as their Chocolate Soleil bronzer, like the original one, except this one is luminous. So this is the cute packaging, and just looks like that inside. So yeah, I'm going to give this a go today. I just might swatch it for you as well. I haven't actually swatched this yet. Ooh. Can you see that? It's got a nice sheen to it. So it's a nice bronzer colour. It's just got a bit of a shimmer to it. Excited for that. Gives a nice bit of a shimmer to the skin and bronzes at the same time. I like this. I'm just going to go ahead and put on some blush and some highlighter. I know that this is a limited edition thing from ages ago. This is the MAC Christmas edition, like 2 years ago, the Whisper of Gilt. But if you have Whisper of Gilt in whatever collection it is, it's the exact same thing. I wanted to get the one from like the recent Christmas, but I didn't want to get the little set that it came with, so I didn't bother. It's just a really nice gold highlight. For lips today, I'm going to go into the Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipstick. This is Family Jewels. This is from his like chrome collection, I think, the summer one. I think it was the chrome one. And we're just going to go with that. That's quite dark. I'm not sure if I like that. No, that looks fine. I was going to put a little bit of this gloss on top, but I think that this looks perfectly fine the way that it is. I did, however, forget to put highlight in other places on my face. So we're going to do that. I'm going to grab a little detail brush and I'm just going to put some of that highlight on my nose, on my eyebrows, I'm just a little bit... Okay, if you can hear that, James is being an idiot. Okay then. So this is the final look. This is using the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette and the Too Faced Chocolate Gold Soleil bronzer. In my personal opinion, I really love both of these items. I'm so glad that I picked these up. The bronzer just gives this nice subtle glow. You can't see it on camera, but I can definitely see it in person. It just gives you a nice glow. Eyeshadow palette, oh my god. These shadows looked so good. I didn't use any MAC Fix Plus on this. I always use Fix Plus and I didn't use Fix Plus for these. And like, look how foiled and beautiful they are. And I didn't use anything to help them. These are amazing shadows and I cannot wait to play around with all the rest of these colours because, I mean, I only used 3 of the colours and I just can't wait to use this more. I was so keen to use this one, but like I don't know what I was gonna do with it. Like, I don't know. I just went for the safest option for this video, but oh, I'm gonna have to do another video with this because this is giving me so much inspiration right now. I love it. I really do love that. The mattes were obviously not very like pigmented when I swatched them, but it's kind of okay when you need to put them on your eyes, especially a black, because if you go in with a black and it's like super pigmented, you're not going to be able to blend that out properly. So it's definitely good with the black being like that because it blended out nicely. But yeah, I think all of the shadows worked perfectly. This comes out in Australia on January 30th, so I think that's Tuesday if I'm correct. But yeah, if you guys are watching this wondering whether you should get it or not, it's a really good palette. And these are some really good eyeshadows. If you don't have any colours like this, or if you really like shimmery eye looks, then this is probably like the perfect palette for you. Like I said earlier in the video, the four matte shades, when I first saw it I thought 4 matte shades, like that's kind of ridiculous, like I'm going to need more than that, aren't I? But to be completely honest, the same matte looks that you do underneath each of these eyeshadows, when you place one of the other colours on, it's going to look completely different. So if I had to put pink and purple on this look, but put the same base down, so the 4 colours down that I did the same way, this eye look looks completely different. So I definitely think having the 4 matte shades is perfectly fine. But yeah, I really love this palette and I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.